Hey everybody, this is Editor Jason, and before we jump into this video, for whatever reason, Tucker Carlson has been tagging every piece of content that I put out with any image of him in it. So I had to do a lot of transformation. So you'll see that this video has been heavily edited. The voices aren't right. Their video's been flipped, all that kind of stuff like that, because the content is good, but they just keep taking it down every time I put something up with Tucker Carlson in it. So I do apologize for that. So don't be confused when you see some heavy editing and shenanigans going on in a moment, but enjoy the video. Grace and peace. Everyone, grace and peace, everyone. We are back. There was no thumbnail. There was no title. You have no idea what we're about to talk about. We have some breaking news, if you will. We got some hot off the press shenanigans that we got to talk about. Shout out to all of the members of this channel. You all have made this possible. So I'm going to give y'all credit for this because you all support the channel. I want to give you all a big, huge shout out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and being a member of the channel. Now, I got into apparently, the great Candace Owens and her supporters don't feel like anyone can critique Candace unless they've watched all of her 8.5 hours of content in her 8-part series, Becoming Brigitte. I've made no qualms about it, that I have no problem watching it. I dropped that video and I said, hey, if this video hits 5,000 likes, I will gladly watch it as a marathon. And all you got to do is just like the video. That's all you got to do. And I will gladly watch it as a marathon. Y'all can watch me watch it, because apparently me commenting on Candace's statements, me commenting on people who've watched Candace's series, none of those things count. So apparently that's not enough in some of these people's minds. I don't know what else to do. This is super problematic, what I'm about to play for you. So if you're a Candace, I do suggest that you go ahead and turn away now, because this one's going to be a little bit painful. This one's going to hurt, especially if you're one of those na. She's a truth teller. She doesn't tell any lies, blah, 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 blah.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it. I think one of two options.
What does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean, like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? And typically in a normal scenario, a judge would dismiss this case because it's completely crazy. And we can obviously then produce the evidence that we asked them these questions and they chose not to reply to them for whatever reason. I think they want us to dismiss it. And again, I'm guessing just so they can say, oh, well, we tried. But, you know, America has its own beast and they have actual malice. Or they are going to pretend that Brigitte died from grief. I don't know. Because clearly they're not going to go through discovery, right? If you were going to go through discovery, you would have just published pictures a long time ago and put an end to all the rumors, right? Because then you're gonna have to give me proof of this 30-year period where you just kind of.
You don't find that suspicious?
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed. So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed. So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed.
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed. I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've never
and so
heard that
we're having.
before.
I mean, we're having these discussions.
Guys, I've never heard anybody sued. Particularly, they're spending a lot of money on this. Mm. I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
That's suspicious.
Embarrassing. Court will decline.
No, wait. Now, hold on, Jason. That sounds sensible. She does not want the case dismissed. That's what we heard, Jason. What do you mean embarrassing? What are you talking about, Jason? Because she just said she's not pushing for the case to be dismissed, right? Did one in the chat, have you heard that? I heard that. That's what Candace said, sir. The great high priestess of all things true, Candace said that. So we know that she would not be pushing for the case to be dismissed because she just said she wouldn't push for the case to be dismissed, right? Down in the description of this video, you saw there's a link, and I'm going over the docket, and I've been asking, why is Candace not replied? A lot of people have had some thoughts about it, so on and so forth. I'm going to bring this in, and we are going to read over why we're going to read over this. All right. So here's the docket, and you see that this is from This is the case is Emmanuel Macron. Let me zoom that in a little bit for you. Macron versus Candace Owens, and that was filed on the 23rd of July. And it's a defamation case. It's new. We got all this stuff right here. We're going to scroll down a little bit. I left the link for this, so you're welcome to go back and look at every single thing that I'm reading here today. Now, I asked the question, why has Candace not replied? Because I said, that's going to be it. The judge is not going to watch that 8-part series. The jury is not going to read the book, the information. Where's the facts of this case? And if you scroll down, if you pull this up, you scroll down and you'll see that they on August 13th, because they were supposed to have replied by the 15th, there's an order signed, and the stipulation is ordering extended time to respond to complaint through and including September 11th. So that actually answers our question. So when would she have to respond? The drop dead date has to be September 11th. I don't know how many days that is, but because math isn't mathing. So it sounds like they gave them another 20 days. But then under that, I noticed something. There's a letter. The letter for judicial review, date docket, the 27th of August, 25. Letter to the Honorable Sheldon R. Rennie from Catherine L. Mowry, Esquire, on behalf of the defendants, Candace Owens LLC, and Georgetown Inc., respectfully requesting an extension of page and word. I thought that was interesting. Like, wait, you want a page count update? Page and word. Limits on briefing for a motion. Wait. For a motion. Hold on, wait. What does that say? Because I don't have my glasses on good. A motion to dismiss. That's Candace is filing a motion to dismiss. Hold on, do I have that's suspicious? Darn it, I don't have that's suspicious in there. Let's try this one. Exhibit A. So I done kicked myself out of my own live stream, y'all. That's hilarious. Candace's people are attacking me, man. They done kicked me out of my live stream. Let's bring that back in. Let's try to make it right. Let's do it again. All right, here we go. Candace is filing for a motion to dismiss, y'all. Remember, she's the one that's got truth on her side. If you watch tonight at 6 o'clock, I have that full video of her and Tucker Carlson. She talks about how she's got truth on her side. She lays her head down at night because she's a truth teller, blah, 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 blah. She is the one just recently who I'm starting to think my keyboard is an enemy of the state. I don't understand this. All right. Candace, in all of her bravado, literally just today, she filed to have the case. I'm sorry, not today, Monday. She filed to have the case dismissed. And she's a truth teller. You watch the video tonight. I don't have to watch the series anymore, Jessica. She don't want to watch it. No, I'm done with that. I'm finished with the watch the series shenanigans. I've made the offer. I've told people I'll watch the series with them. But again, I'm going to ask you, Jessica, will the judge watch the series is my question. If the judge watches the series, I'll watch the series with the judge now. Because this woman in this video tells us that she does not want the case dismissed. She filed for the case to be dismissed. I don't care what she has to say in the series. There's nothing there that she has to tell me. She's now qualifies as a liar, one who does not tell the truth. I'm just saying. She said, and I'll play it again if I need to, I don't want this case dismissed. She's literally filing for an extension so that the case can be dismissed. So they can finish up telling why the case needs to be dismissed. Exhibit A to letter to the Honorable Sheldon Renee from Catherine Moyer, Esquire, on behalf of defendants Candace Owens and all that stuff, respectfully requesting an extension of the page and word limits briefing for a motion to dismiss. Exhibit B to letter and the Honorable, like literally They put out 3 letters to dismiss. I'm sorry. There's no reason for me to watch her series. She doesn't take this seriously. But I mean, tell me, and please tell me that I'm lying. You're welcome to say, "Oh, well, you gotta watch the series to know what the docket means." Kick rocks. I got no problem with watching it for laughs and giggles, and I had an excellent intention of doing so. Hence why I was going to do the marathon. But for her to get up here and say that she's a truth teller and she's fighting for this, that, and the third, and she can go to bed, sleep. Matter of fact, I should play the video. I got the clip. I'll play the clip without the edits that I put in for my review of it. I'll play the video real quick so y'all can hear what she says. And I'm just going to let it play. And again, Candace is saying that she's a truth teller. I'm a truth teller, XYZ, ABC. And I know the Candacites are going to be really in their feelings about this, but this is your leader. This is your girl. Watch this. Let me bring this in.
So this is all of everything that you've said for the past 20 minutes makes me think they'd be crazy to bring this to trial because that would allow you discovery.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it. I think one of two
Dismissing
options.
it, what does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean, like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? And typically in a normal scenario, a judge would dismiss this case because it's completely crazy. And we can obviously then produce the evidence that we asked them these questions and they chose not to reply to them for whatever reason. I think they want us to dismiss it. And again, I'm guessing just so they can say, oh, well, we tried. But, America has its own beast and they have actual malice. Or they are going to pretend that Brigitte died from grief. I don't know. Because clearly they're not going to go through discovery, right? If you were going to go through discovery, you would have just published pictures a long time ago and put an end to all the rumors, right? Because then you're going to have to give me proof of this 30-year period where you just kind of.
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed?
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've never
so
heard that
we're having these discussions.
Guys, I just want to linger on this for a moment, having been around a lot of lawsuits. I've never heard anybody sued, particularly they're spending a lot of money on this because Tom Clare and his wife have big expenses and I think they charge a lot. I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
It's how I feel. And the reason that I feel that way truly,
amazing.
Tucker, is because this is so much bigger. And we're having those discussions. We've spoken to the lawyer. We want it moved to Tennessee. They filed in Delaware. What's happening here is so much bigger and so much more important for the world.
Delaware, really?
Yeah, which is interesting. Hunter kind of notoriously said, like, we control the courts in Delaware. But
Fox News found out. Absurd case against Fox News by Dominion. I was not named in it. I got sucked into it. But Tom Clare was involved in that case, and it was in Delaware. And they just had a completely compliant judge. It was just a joke, actually.
Well, that's very interesting because they did file in Delaware, and it is a place where we know that the courts are corrupt. But this would be a kind of precedent that would be, I think, almost even too crazy for Delaware. You're talking about a sitting president of another country coming in and saying, I'm going to sue you for telling the truth. We have truth on our side, right? We actually have truth. So unless he's going to say, blah, 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 I'm not looking at anything and you're going to get no discovery and we're just going to award this person. I mean, you got to give the other side discovery, right?
How does Macron collect, as a foreign head of state, how does he collect?
There is nothing that we can look at. We are pioneering this, obviously, because this has never happened in the history of the world that a sitting president of a foreign country has sued a journalist and a podcaster in another country. It's never happened. So we don't know. I didn't even know how we could sue. Actually, I thought that you could only sue in a country. I just am learning with everybody else.
It's amazing
how this is going to work. But again, speaking of Tom Clare and Dominion, as he was sitting up there giddy with Jake Tapper as these representatives of like the state, because that's what they represent. They represent the state and the state thuggery.
They always represent the state.
But they're giddy talking about Dominion. Because Jake Tapper sits to him, he's like, and how much did you get from Dominion lawsuit? That's a lot of money. You're going to sue her for all that money. And that tells you who their master is, right?
Oh, I think we knew.
These people are satanic, right? That you can't beat me in the arena of truth and facts. So what do you do next? Well, I'm going to punish you. I'm going to destroy your livelihood. You're going to have nothing to your name. And that's why I say this case matters so much more to me, because we can't have this sort of behavior coming from people that are governing us, right? That say, even if you find the truth, even if I am a pervert, even if I got away with sleeping with my student, even though his parents try to take him away, there's nothing you can do about it. And I'm going to impoverish you for even telling people. Like, that's what this lawsuit is. I'm going to impoverish you for telling the truth. And they're happy. You got to see, they're like, he's like giddy discussing it. And then he turns in the camera, Jake Tapper, and goes, Fox News did this. And how much money did you get? Like, it's totally bizarre. I'm like, that's your master. And you're going to come up against a hard rock here, because I don't care about money. If I hope the story of Candace Owens over the last 2 years, people have come to understand that money is not my master.
I think that's very obvious to everyone. What's interesting, though, since I know everybody you're talking about, is you're the happiest person by far. And I don't mean to be like fake pious or whatever, like the good guys win in the end, but it is true that you can tell who's speaking truth by who is calm and happy. It is true.
Yeah.
Lying makes you afraid, brittle, angry. It does. I've lied before. It makes me afraid, brittle, and angry. And the more you tell the truth, the calmer you are.
Right.
I just think that's real. And anyway, I don't think in the end you win siding with the state against the truth teller.
No, and that's why I asked that question. Like, Tom, I know you've watched every minute of the series. You know that they are surrounded by these people. You know about the children victims that have been silenced. Is it really worth it?
You said that to him?
Yeah, on my
What did he say?
podcast. I just said I have to openly, as we went through this Manouche affair and this woman ending up dead because they fought to like get this pedophile and creature in Amiens released. I just asked him, like, is it really worth it? Like, because for me, I couldn't look at a case that involved the abuse of children, or a network of people who are involved with the abuse of children, who have admitted to abusing children, who are defending people who have admitted to abusing children, and put my head on the pillow at night. And that's what matters most. In everything that I do, I have to be able to put my head on the pillow at night and say, I feel like I did what I thought was the right thing to do, and it was a good thing to do.
Yes.
And most people are not guided by that. They're guided by this master of money, right? And they're willing to do these sorts of things, to look the other way.
Okay, so that's my edit for tonight's video. It'll be dropping at 6 o'clock. Check it out. I want to hear what you think about it. Somebody said this right here. I too have some questions about Tucker Carlson. And again, I know him and Candace are thick as thieves right now, and that is what it is. But if you watch this, the way he goes about asking his questions, you mean to tell me he's been in all these lawsuits and he doesn't know what being dismissed is? Okay. That was a genuine question. That was a purely organic question. Because if you go back and watch, he makes it sound like he's never heard of that before. Let me bring it up real quick.
So this is all of everything that you've said for the past 20 minutes makes me think they'd be crazy to bring this to trial, because that would allow you discovery.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it.
Okay, there she goes. She brings up the term dismiss. And here's Tucker Carlson to go along with Jessica. Just watch how he replies.
I think one of two
Dismissing it,
options.
what does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean, like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? And
so following that, it does sound like Tucker Carlson does not know what a case being dismissed is, right? But then 3 seconds later, he says, I've been involved in many lawsuits. So none of them were ever dismissed, sir? Nobody's ever mentioned the term be dismissed. Okay. All right. That's what I'm supposed to believe that. Not a problem. Real quick. Somebody asked, what is going on tonight? What's going on, Jason? What are they doing? What kind of shenanigans is happening? I'm glad that you asked. Well, I was looking at the docket and the link is down in the description. Link down in the description. Please read it yourself. But yesterday, on Monday, Candace Owens filed And again, you saw her. She was real big chested. She was very confident. And what she did was she filed a motion to dismiss. And this is it right here. She filed, they wanted the extension that they filed was because it's taken us too long to write this, basically, because they asked for an extension of page and word limits on a briefing for a motion to dismiss. That is from Candace's team. And it was granted to them. So the extension was granted. And so in all of this bravado that she was doing here with Tucker Carlson about I'm a truth teller and I tell the truth and I'm happy and calm and this, that, and the other, while she was saying that, they were filing a motion to dismiss. Now, hey, you do what you got to do. If you feel like it's a frivolous lawsuit and you want to file to be dismissed, do it. Do what you're going to do. But on the same breath, you cannot sit here and say that I'm the big bad. I'm little David and these people are the big mean Goliath and I'm on the side of truth and I'm on the side of righteousness and I would never ask for it to be dismissed, all while you're writing your motion to have it dismissed. That's crazy, nasty work. And I'm sorry, there's no other way around it, man. Candace, you have proven yourself to be duplicitous. And I know. I hear them already. The Candacites are going to jump into the best live chat on the internet. I'm about to free it up. I think it's been only for members at the moment. It has only been for members. Let's go ahead and let them subscribers get up in here. Jump in to the best live chat on the internet. Tell me why this is not being a liar. Tell me why this is not being duplicitous. If you say that you don't do it, but you do it, sir, ma'am, that means that you're not being honest. End of story. That's it. That's the end of it. And she could still be right. Now, I do think it's also kind of adorable listening to her talk to Tucker Carlson about what she's fighting for. And it's not about, what she's being sued for. Please understand, most people agreed with Candace about the fact that the Macrons and the way they started the relationship is totally deplorable. It's the highest level of PDF activity we could imagine here in the United States that would not have flown. And then we all agree with Candace. Okay. The problem is that's not what she's fighting for. She's not being sued because she said that the Macrons, the woman was 29 and the boy was 15 or 39, whatever. And by the way, they mentioned that in their lawsuit. They give you up that information. So I don't even know, like, if the whole point was to prove that they were some PDF activity, they actually say it in the lawsuit that they like they're out of pocket. End of story. But that's not the case. Candace, is it? No, it's not. Candace, you are in this trouble because you said that the dude looks like a lady or the lady is a man, however you want to say it. But ma'am, that's what you're being sued for. And for you to say, oh yeah, come at me, come and sue me. She's been really wilding out, y'all. And I want to hear, like, let me know, am I crazy? Because she said it. She's, oh, no, you can sue me. Come and sue me. I'll go and file it for you. I'll pay your legal fees. Baby girl, you probably are going to end up paying these people's legal fees. That is going to come back and get you real quick. Because I think you are going to end up paying their legal fees. Not the way you intended. What y'all think? Come on, what y'all think? Am I crazy? Am I off? What y'all think? But I really do appreciate y'all rocking with me. Thank you so very much for checking this out. Let me drop this link to this as well in the chat also. So you're welcome to look at it, read it yourself. And you can also keep up with it as they add more information, because last time to update it was yesterday at like 2:15. So it looks like they accepted the letter of extension. I believe that's it. It was the last thing on there. So that's what I've been keeping up with. So if you want to check it out, you're welcome to peep it out. This will help you out with where this case is going. And as soon as she files something, a response, well, I guess at this point, she's filing it. So it's fair to say by the 11th of September, the best we're going to probably get is a motion to dismiss. And that'll come up, even though we already know it now. But I guess that's going to be the next thing, unless she files a response. And again, like, I'm not trying to be just cantankerous, but If you are a Candaceite, and there's a lot of them that keep coming into the best live chat on the internet, the most electrifying comment section on the planet, they keep coming in there and they keep saying, well, you just watch the series. Y'all, I done dropped the video. I said if that video gets 5,000 likes, I'll watch it as a marathon. I'll watch it as a marathon and y'all can watch me watch it. Okay? And I got the side camera ready. I even ordered me a new camera. If anybody wants this camera, I'm going to be selling it. So go check me out in the comment section. But I mean, I've said I'll watch the dumb thing. I'm going to watch the whole thing and be objective. Try not to even interrupt it a whole lot. So where are y'all at? Put your money where your mouth is. Like the video. Get it up to 5,000 likes. There we go. But even more than that, how is your leader saying that she does not want the case dismissed and I'm big bad and this and the other, I'm on the side of truth, I lay my head on my pillow at night knowing I'm in the right, all while she's filing a dismissal? How does that work? Let me know, because that's some high level of cope. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do that. So let your boy know. I'm just saying. But again, that's it. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I find the MK Ultra angle more interesting in the age difference versus the man-woman thing. There's a lot of, again, I keep saying there's a lot of very odd, strange, and crazy things going on with the Macrons. I make no shorts about that. I'm fine with saying that. The dude looks like a lady part is just not the biggest issue. The PDF activity, absolutely. If you want to say the Manchurian candidate stuff, hey, I might even give you some room for that. You want to talk about bad policies? Okay. I don't fully understand why the Macrons are the capstone of bad things going on when we have a whole bunch of bad things going on here in the United States, Candace. And you're supposed to be America first. Why don't we deal with America first? Why don't we deal with the bad things going on in America? Her voice would probably be pretty well received if she was speaking out against some of the things going on in America. Since she's America first, you know what I'm saying? Well, why is she not doing that? That's just been my question. And somebody hasn't even convinced me. Why are the Macrons, again, let's be honest, how many of us didn't even know who the Macrons were before this happened? So really, why are the Macrons the high watermark of sin and debauchery? I'm just wondering, because there's a lot of sin and debauchery right here in the United States, in Tennessee, for crying out loud. Memphis is a train wreck, Candace. You could be speaking about the train wreck that's going on in your own state. You don't even have to leave your time zone. You could be in your zip code talking about the deplorable nature of things going on in Tennessee. And that would make a difference to the people in Tennessee, dare I say, in the United States. Because I'm serious, nothing's going to change with the Macrons. Not a thing. My name is Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com. Nothing's going to change. Not one thing is going to improve or be different. Whether you find out about the Macrons, they're going to be like, oh, hey, the Macrons are low down dirty. Candace was right. Oh, the Macrons they're innocent as pure driven snow. Candace was wrong. And I'm still going to pay my light bill. That's all I'm saying. So if you just jumped in, I wanted to bring up the article that shows Candace filed for a motion to dismiss, all while saying that she would not file for a motion to dismiss. You got to make this stuff work, man. That is crazy business. And she spewed all of that nonsense, then asked for a motion to dismiss. Shelby, I'm trying to figure it out myself. Like, while she's saying this, they're filing a motion to dismiss. That's crazy work, y'all. That is some crazy work, man. You are at your relative's birthday party, at their wedding, saying great things about them, all while filing a lawsuit to sue them because they had dry chicken at the reception. Like, that's crazy work. Candace is high water. She's a treat, man. She's a treat. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Please jump into the best comment section on the planet, the most electrifying comments on the planet. If you don't mind, tonight at 6:00 Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to go over this whole conversation with her and Tucker Carlson. It's not super long, but I do want to look at it. And while I was editing it, I happened to look and I found this. So actually, my edit, this is actually newer than my video that's coming up at 6:00, because I was like, I did not know this. Like, she literally said, I'm not going to ask for it to be dismissed. And lo and behold, She actually was filing a motion to dismiss. That's got to be the nastiest work. What does Jessica say here? I didn't realize her husband was European. Is that some elite European drama? I still don't get why they care about Candace. I don't get why she cares about the Macrons. I think the care about factor is as a Ouroboros. We got to make a circle. I don't care. I don't know why they care about Candace. I don't know why Candace cares about them. There we go. Candace, Audrey says, had nothing, and it looks like as if she is malicious. Wait, it looks as if it is malicious. Please forgive me. Why is she filing? This is the thing, though, y'all. And I said this before. Shout out to the best live channel on the internet. I'm here to pick fights. Why in the world, if Candace is on the side of truth, and she did an 8-part series with all of the facts, because people keep coming in the comment section, the series. I should make a song called The Series, because that's all they keep saying. Like, oh, if you watch the series, it's going to change the world. That can't be true, because we got the Bible and it don't change people's lives, right? So we know that the scriptures, even God's inspired holy word, don't change everybody. So Candace's series ain't going to do any better, right? So let me bring this back. They keep saying the series. I even point out that she's made adjustments to the series in real time, AKA the dying sister theory, right? I even bring up the series and point out that she doesn't talk about the dying sister series theory in the series. They don't care. They keep bringing it up. And now, because she's about to do a part 2 or season 2 or whatever, they think that ma'am, sir, I thought the high watermark was the first series. So you mean that the high watermark is now the second? Okay. These people are comical, man. Like, just let it go. It really doesn't matter. That's the part I don't think people are understanding. It doesn't matter when the smoke clears. You want, okay, let's see. Maybe I got it wrong. You want something to be dismissed. Exhibit A to be dismissed. Read further down and you will find that the same wording, but it full stop, not inserted. Okay, let me read it. Let's read it. Let's go. Thank you. 215. I appreciate you. Let's go look at it. Let's go. What does she want dismissed? All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to start right here. Respectfully request an extension of page and word limits on a briefing for motion dismiss. Exhibit A to letter to the honorable. Exhibit A to the, what? Okay. Am I missing something? They have the same thing written several times. So I'll start right here so y'all can see where I'm at. Letter, Exhibit B to letter to the Honorable Sheldon R. Renee from Catherine Mowry on behalf of defendants Candace Owens and all that kind of good jazz. Respectfully requesting an extension of the page count. What am I missing? A motion to dismiss proposed order increasing word limits for motion to dismiss briefs except by and accepted by. And I'm going to read to the next order date docket on the 27th. That's today. Signed Renee Sheldon. Order proposed order increasing word limit. Motion to dismiss briefs opening 12,000 words. Answering how many pages? So it was 12,000 words. Now it's got to be it was 9,500. Now it's 12,000 words. Accepted. What did I miss that said that it was only part of it? Renee noted that the letter to the Honorable What am I missing? Fully requesting an extension of page and word count limits on briefing for a motion to dismiss. I don't see any exhibits though. And hey, let me be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm wrong, shoot me an email. I know someone shot me an email, wanted me to introduce me to somebody who might want to go over this with me. That's fine. Please. If I missed something, please. I am glad to accept that I'm wrong. I still ain't gonna watch that series until that video hits 5,000 likes. But hey, I was even gonna watch the introduction with y'all. I was ready to watch the introduction, but yeah, I just want to see what y'all think about it. I think it's kind of interesting. Hey, you were big chested. I am not going to dismiss. What are you dismissing here? What is this? Yeah, I mean, am I missing? I'm just want to make sure I'm reading over it again. Yeah, I see that there's on the 26th, which was yesterday. You're still letting, y'all can read it too and check me out. Let me know if I missed something. I know Amethyst Angel will let me know if I missed something. But I just thought it was super interesting. You was real big chested. I'm never going to ask for it to be dismissed while you're writing a letter for it to be dismissed. That's nasty work, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about it for sure. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with us. Like I said, at 6 o'clock, I am going to go over, I have the video dropping, going over Candace and Tucker Carlson. My goal, I didn't realize I was going to be talking about this on this afternoon, but hey, here we are nonetheless. I do want to say again, thank y'all so much for tapping in. Thank you so much for support of the channel. To the members, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for helping this thing, moving this thing in the right direction. It means a lot that y'all find value in what we're doing over here. If you don't like the video, if you don't like the channel, I understand. I appreciate you nonetheless for watching. I appreciate you for jumping into the most electrifying comment section on the planet. Let us know what you think about it. You know, keeping it civil, all that kind of good jazz. I really do appreciate it. Everybody have a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see y'all at 6. Grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.